Welcome students. Our today's topic is double integral. As we are familiar with the concept of single integral, integration f of x dx. Single integral is valid for a function of one variable. Here f is a function of x only. Definite integral a to b f of x dx. Definite integral for function of one variable represents area between the curve y is equal to f of x and x-axis from x equal to a to x equal to b. Now for function of two variable z equal to f of xy, single integral does not work for this function because here f is a function of two independent variables x and y. In order to integrate this function, the concept of double integral is used. The notation for double integral is double integration over the region R f of xy dA. Here R is the region in xy plane over which f of xy is to be integrated. We know that z equal to f of xy, function of two variable, represents a surface in 3D space. Z is equal to f of xy. R is the region in xy plane, so we have a region R in xy plane. Basically, double integral over the region R for function f of xy represents a volume between the surface z equal to f of xy and the region R. So basically this volume between the surface z equal to f of xy and the region R is determined by double integration. Remember, this region R can be a rectangular region. For rectangular region, we write the above function as integration a to b integration c to d f of xy dA. Now dA can be written as dy dx. Now we take a rectangular region. For rectangular region, we know that this rectangular region lies in xy plane. So we take the rectangular region in xy plane. This is our rectangular region over which this function f of xy is to be integrated. Now we have the limit a to b as dy. This first limit a to b is for y and the second limit c to d is for variation of x. So x varies from c to d. In this case, x varies from a to b. A to b, this is the variation of x, a to b, and variation of y is from c to d, from c to d. So in this case we have a rectangular region and z equal to f of xy is a surface in 3D space, and in this case this integral represents the volume between this surface and the rectangular region of xy plane. Remember, the order of these integral can be interchange. We can write the integral a to b integral c to d f of x y dy dx as integral c to d integral a to b f of x y. Now we change the order of the integral. Now we will have to change this order of differential dy dx, so we write it as dx dy. So the order of the integral can be changed by this relation. Now double integral enjoys many properties of single integral. The first is constant multiple rule. Double integration c f of x y is equal to c times double integration f of x y. Double integration f of x plus g of x y is equal to double integration f of x y plus g of x y. The second one is the sum rule. First one is the constant multiple rule, and the third one is the difference rule for function of for double integral. Now we discuss the concept of partial integration. As we are familiar with the concept of partial differentiation or partial derivative, integration a to b f of x y dx and integration c to d f of x y dy denote partial integral with respect to x and y respectively. So these are the notation for partial integration with respect to x and with respect to y. Remember, if we partially integrate a function with respect to x, y is considered as constant, and similarly for partial integration with respect to y, x is considered to be a constant. Consider an example, integration 0 to 1 x y dx. We have to partially integrate this function with respect to x, so we write it as integration 0 to 1. As we partially integrate with respect to x, so y square is considered as constant, integration x dx. Next we write it as y square, integration x is x square upon 2, and x varies from 0 to 1. And next step we write it as y square upon 2, and variation of x is from 1 to 0, 1 minus 0, and this is equal to y square upon 2, which is a function of y. So if we partially integrate a function of two variable with respect to x, we get a function of y. And similarly, if we partially integrate this function with respect to y, we get a function of x. Now we discuss, now we solve a problem. Evaluate the integral. Evaluate the integral x square y dx dy. So here x varies from the variation is 2 to 4 and 0 to 1. Now we integrate this function. First I rewrite this function, integration 2 to 4 double integration. This is a rectangular region, 2 to 4, 0 to 1, x square y dx dy. So first I write it as integration 2 to 4 integration 0 to 1 x square y dx dy. Now first we partially integrate this function with respect to x. it can be written as integration 2 to 4. When we partially integrate with respect to x, y is considered as constant. It becomes integration 0 to 1 x square dx dy. This is equal to integration 2 to 4 y. Integration x cube is x square, integration of x square is x cube upon 3, and its variation is from 0 to 1 dy. Now it can be written as integration 2 to 4 1 by 3 y, and remember this is the variation of 0 to 1 is the variation over x, because we first partially integrate this function with respect to x. So by putting variation of x from 0 to 1, so it becomes 1 minus 0 dy. In next step it can be written as 1 upon 3 integration 2 to 4 y dy, and it can be written as 1 upon 3 integration y dy is y square upon 2, and its limit is from 2 to 4. In next step it becomes 1 upon 6. Now we put the limit 4 square minus 2 square, so it is equal to 12 upon, this is equal to 12 upon 6, which is equal to 2. Now in second problem we solve trigonometric functions by double integral. So we have double integration from pi by 2 to pi 1 to 2 x cos x y dy dx. So here f of x y is x cos x y. So first we partially integrate with respect to y. So when we partially integrate this function with respect to y, x is considered as constant, so integration cos of xy is equal to sin xy upon x. Here the reason is integration cos xy dy, we partially integrate with respect to y, so it becomes sin xy upon x. X is cancelled out here, and then we put the limit from 1 to 2, so it becomes sin 2x minus sin x. Now it becomes a function of one variable, integration and definite integral for function of one variable. So integration sin 2x is minus cos 2x by 2, and integration sin x is minus cos x, so minus minus it becomes plus cos x, and then we apply the limit. The upper limit is pi, the lower limit is pi by 2, so it becomes minus cos 2 pi upon 2 plus cos pi minus cos pi upon 2 plus cos pi by 2. So putting the values, it becomes minus 1 upon 2 minus 1, and after simplifying this double integral is equal to minus 2.